Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, Executive Editor at ClassicsToday.com, wishing all of you who celebrate that occasion a very Merry Christmas and a joyful holiday season. I'm still recovering from my cold, as I'm sure you can hear. But I want to talk about what is, for me, the best, the ultimate, and most neglected, glorious piece of Christmas music. I've never understood why this piece doesn't get performed. Well, we're going to speculate about why. It's Vaughan Williams' cantata Hodie. Hodie, Christus natus est. Today Christ is born. What a thrilling piece of music this was. I remember when I first discovered it, I was getting into Vaughan Williams, and his choral works are kind of neglected anyway. I mean, compared to some of the other things he wrote. And he did. Dona Nobis Pacem and Sancta Civitas. They're marvelous, marvelous pieces with mixed text. Part of the reason is that stylistically, they are somewhat, they were out of fashion. If you listen to like Benjamin Britten's stuff, like the Spring Symphony or the Ceremony of Carols, they were modern. They were getting plugged like crazy by the British musical establishment. Even Tippett's oratorio, A Child of Our Time, things like that. Stuff that was recognizably more contemporary than Vaughan Williams sounded. So there was reason for that kind of neglect. But they were always popular with like amateur choral societies and, of course, normal music lovers. Naturally, because normal music lovers are normal, and we don't care about politics or the aesthetics of contemporaneity or any of those things. We just want to hear good music. And Vaughan Williams' choral music is really, really good music. Even the Sons of Light with, text by his wife, that was a piece that had to wait until, it was when I was in college, I guess, that it got recorded by Lyrita. But, and it was beautiful. It's lovely, wonderful music. Well, Hodie was Vaughan Williams' last major choral work. It was written around 1954, 1953. Really close to the end of his life. And it incorporates stylistically everything that he stood for as a composer. His entire style, from the very, very beginning, the 5 mystical songs and Towards the Unknown Region, to the Sinfonia Antarctica with its hard, glittering percussion, in the Drummond setting, bright portals. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. And then, and his general populist impulse, and the Alleluia, Alleluia, when it was first premiered in the 1950s, believe it or not, you would think that, one of the elder statesmen of British music writing the summation of his art would have been really, enthusiastically received. Well, the critics trashed it. They thought that he'd written himself out, that it was, stylistically regressive, blabbity, 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 blah, blah. I don't get it. And since then, it has ceased. It's only been recorded 3 times. It doesn't get performed. I've never seen a performance of it or seen one scheduled, although it was done, Mormon Tabernacle Choir did one on PBS a while back. But yeah, it just blows my mind. It's a masterpiece. It's a beautiful, typical, characteristic Vaughan Williams work. Now, if your concern is, latest trends in 20th century music, it may be that you don't like it for that reason. But if you care about Vaughan Williams and you know his music and you love his music and you understand his style, then it's a fantastic piece to get to know. I fell in love with it on first hearing. I really did. And like I said, the spiritual implications of the whole thing don't interest me at all. It ain't my religion. I don't care. For those of you who it is, it's wonderful. Enjoy it for all of the additional things that it brings to it, that it means for you, that it doesn't mean for me. I think that's wonderful. That's what makes a railroad, folks. So I have no issues with that. I just want good music. I always want good music. Whether it's religious music, not religious music, doesn't matter what religion it is, as long as it's music, I want good music. And Hodie is good, seriously good music. Now, why doesn't it get performed so often? Well, part of the problem is that Christmas music is either popular stuff like carols and tunes and things that you hear, the Nutcracker and things like that. The Christmas repertoire is sort of embalmed. It's carved in stone. It's Handel's Messiah, even though it's not a Christmas piece at all. It's Bach's Christmas Oratorio, which actually was made to be played over multiple days, and which is the way I listen to it. I never listen to the whole thing. It's 3 hours. It'll kill you. I mean, I think. And then there are some other, like, occasional pieces. Britain's Ceremony of Carols pops up now and again. Churches put on various works, that they have the resources to do. But the Hodie, first of all, it's about, 45, 50 minutes long. And it is a difficult work to perform because it's logistically expensive. You need a boys' choir. You need 3 soloists. You need a big choir, a big romantic orchestra. It's not like Handel's Messiah, where you've got strings and maybe a horn and a trumpet and a couple oboes and you're set. No, it's a full-blown romantic orchestra and an organ. So that means that the opportunities to hear it are going to be few and far between. And because it's a Christmas piece, people think, God knows why, it has to be played at Christmas. No, it doesn't. You can listen to it anytime. I mean, first of all, I don't understand why, if you're Christian, you can't celebrate the birth of Jesus some other day. I mean, it seems to me it's a celebratory event, no matter when you listen to it. I never listened to the Messiah at Christmas. I used to have to play it at Christmas. I performed it then, but I mean, and sang in it a few times, but I never, I mean, if I want to enjoy it, I listen to it in August. I listen to it in May. I listen to it whenever I feel like it. It's an Easter piece anyway, mostly. The Christmas version of it that ends with the Hallelujah chorus is completely illegitimate. And so, people do the same old, same old. That's part of Christmas. You go see the Nutcracker, you go do this, you do that, and it's the same music over and over again. There are other wonderful Christmas pieces. Besides Hodie, there's Honegger's Christmas cantata, which is the last major thing he wrote. There's Respighi's Lauda per la Natività del Signore, a gorgeous pastoral Christmas cantata, just lovely. The only sacred piece Respighi ever wrote. I mean, there's some beautiful pieces that really are sorely, sorely neglected. But first among equals, let's just say, is the Hodie by Vaughan Williams. So I hope that if a Jewish recommendation of Christmas music means anything, that you'll take some time and get to know it if you don't know it, because you are missing a treat. I assure you of that. And like I said, it's been recorded twice by EMI, once on Naxos. You could stream it and download it, and it will enrich your Christmas celebrations multiple times. I guarantee it. So keep on listening, friends. Happy holidays. Take care.